The pathdata.c file is added as a part of the DSR project, and the watchdog.c file is added as a part of the WLAN project. This is an example of a cross-layer algorithm implementation. The path data algorithm is in the DSR protocol of the network layer. The watchdog algorithm is added to the WLAN protocol of MAC layer. We also use a malicious.c file similar to the one used in sinkhole attack implementation. This is done in order to introduce intruders into the network for the IDS to detect. Here, we can also specify the time from which the node will start behaving maliciously. The watchdog.c file contains functions like add watchdog timer, this function adds a watchdog timer to each device the first time it sends a packet and receives an ACK in response. Watchdog timer execute keeps track of watchdog timer expiry and whether the failure counter reaches the failure threshold. This function is called whenever watchdog timer event is triggered. The timer value is set to 2 seconds. The pathdata.c file contains functions like add to blacklist. This function is invoked whenever failure threshold is reached on watchdog timer execution. The function verify root reply is invoked whenever a root reply packet is received. The root reply is discarded if it is found containing a malicious IP. Now, let us create a network scenario in MANET to implement IDS. I will open the scenario that I have already created. Here, device ID 3 and device ID 4 are the intruders. Now, I will build dsr.c. I will rebuild DSR project and WLAN project to obtain libdsr.dll and libwlan.dll. These DLLs are replaced in the folder where netsim binaries are present. I am renaming the original DLLs before replacing the modified DLLs. Now, I am running the network scenario. On viewing the packet animation, we can see that initially device 3 attracts network traffic by sending fake root reply to the source device 1. After the intrusion detection system identifies device 3 as malicious, a new route is formed and the route reply from device 3 is discarded. You can also see the IDS metrics where the time at which the malicious nodes were detected is recorded. Here, start time is the time from which a device starts behaving maliciously. This is defined in the malicious.c file, which I have already shown. The detection time is the time at which the devices were recorded to have been malicious. This is done when the first route reply packet from the malicious node is discarded once the node has been blacklisted. Device 3, whose start time is set to 0 seconds, is detected at around 2.4 seconds by the intrusion detection system. Similarly, device 4, whose start time is set to 1 second, is detected at around 11.4 seconds by the intrusion detection system. On comparing the network performances in cases 1, without any attack, 2, with sinkhole attack, and 3, with intrusion detection system, we obtained a throughput graph. The throughput is initially high, then it goes to 0 due to the sinkhole attack, and then rises after the intrusion detection system is enabled. We also obtained an application delay graph. Now I'll show you a YouTube channel where we have several videos related to NetSIM. We have several videos related to external interfacing, R&D projects, our monthly webinars, and NetSIM features. You can also find videos on intrusion detection system and sinkhole attack in MANET. NetSIM is catering to hundreds of customers worldwide, both from academic and research domain. From academic domain, we have some of the top tier universities using NetSIM. We are also assisting defense labs and enterprises in their network research and implementation. Other than webinars, we also conduct workshops at various parts of India. Some of the researches having carried out using NetSIM are as listed. NetSIM has protocols like DSR, AODV, ZRP, and OLSR in MANET. Power model metrics and power models are available in MANET. Network communication in VANETs can be analyzed using NetSIM by interfacing with Sumo, which is an open source road traffic simulation tool. The source codes of sinkhole attack and IDS, along with other projects like failing nodes for reliability analysis in MANET, interfacing with Sumo tool for VANET, are available for download in our file exchange. Here we have a list of projects which are listed version wise, ranging from projects like Leech in WSN, primary user emulation attack in cognitive radio, MATLAB interfacing, etc.
We are happy to answer any questions that participants may have. Since there are a number of attendees, we request you to write your questions in the chat box, and we will answer all questions that we get. Okay, we have a question regarding VANET. VANET simulation is also possible in NetSIM. For VANET simulations, you can interface NetSIM with a tool that is a standard VANET simulator like Sumo or like VANET MobiSim. We have codes available in terms of how the interfacing is to be done. So you can interface with those tools a tool like Sumo or VANET MobiSim will simulate the vehicle and the road and traffic conditions, and that will be taken as an input to NetSim, and NetSim will then simulate the network communication aspects, and with this you will be able to simulate a VANET network. How do you derive the throughput from the attack simulation? The throughput is an output metric of NetSim. So as you can see, we have application metrics over here, and one of the output provided is throughput, which is the application throughput. So the application throughput is measured as the amount of data that reaches the application layer of the destination, and then divide that over the total simulation time, with which you will get the rate at which data is reaching the destination, and with that the application throughput can be got. Is it possible to stop hello packets in AODV? Yes, we give the complete source code for all the protocols along with our product when we ship it. So if you look at AODV, we get, this is the AODV source code, and it is written as per RFC 3561. So these are all the standard parameters of AODV, and the AODV root request packet is defined here. Similarly, the root reply and so on. So if you want to modify the way in which AODV functions, then you will have to appropriately go to the functions which call the root request and then which send out the root reply, and you will need to turn these off and then run your simulation and see the output. So it can be done, but you'll have to ensure that the codes are written accurately, and you can also debug your way. You can put a breakpoint and then see how the code flows. Next question is regarding routing protocol in MANET. So routing protocols in MANET, we have currently support for AODV, DSR and ZRP, in which OLSR is also available. So these 4 protocols are there as per the standard RFCs, and users can edit the codes just like we showed you for malicious and for IDS. Users can edit the code, write their own algorithms, link their algorithm and study the performance. Is it possible to measure the effect of black hole attack? Yes, definitely it is possible. You just have to, similar to a sinkhole attack, if you have a black hole attack, the existing program is there. You just have to link that program to NetSim, and then NetSim gives a variety of output metrics, as you can see, network metrics, link metrics, queue metrics, IP metrics, then wireless metrics, each of the routing protocols. So detailed information is available which you can use for your analysis. Furthermore, we also have an option of packet and event trace, which is there in NetSim. So the packet trace will give a detailed log of each packet as it flows through the network, and the event trace gives a detailed log of each event as it occurs in the network. These two are important for R&D for researchers, and more information on that you can see in our YouTube channel. We have section on packet trace and event trace. Yeah, so here you can see the packet animation and packet trace. The packet trace is a detailed file which will cover all information about each packet as it flows through the network. So this can be enabled in NetSim. So the options are available over here. You can enable a packet trace, you can enable event trace, you can enable dynamic metrics. The dynamic metrics will give you graphs over time. Right now you're just getting a single metric in terms of the throughput is 0.1 Mbps, but if you wanted to see how this is over time, you can get a plot with this. The event trace traces the finite state machine of the discrete event simulator, and each event is noted. The packet trace logs each packet as it flows through the network. This is available for users for R&D purposes. They can analyze in depth.